Well, Sami Zayn has thrown my WrestleMania 41 predictions out of the window, AJ Styles has proved haters wrong, and I miss 2016 Finn Balor. I'm Ben Allison, you're watching Allison Analysis, and here are my 5 key findings from last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. In at number 5, AJ Styles still looks phenomenal in the ring despite the haters. Now, some people are just wafflers. Some people claim we are wafflers, but let me tell you who the real wafflers are. They are the people who are claiming AJ Styles is unreliable in the ring. Now, in case you guys missed last night's episode of Wrestling Republic's daily broadcast, let me kind of explain this situation to you, right? Somebody sent us in a hot take claiming that AJ Styles in his old age was unreliable. Firstly, AJ Styles still looks great. He doesn't look old at all. But secondly, where on earth did they get that from? I mean, people have short-term memories, so let's talk short-term for a second. Last night, Dominic Mysterio, Styles had a great match with him. A really fun bout. It was enjoyable. Styles looked great. Dom looked great. Fun TV match. But hey, if you just think back just a few months before that, last year, we had 2 absolute bangers between AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. Some people say 2 5-star classics. So how on earth can you get to the conclusion that AJ Styles can't go in the ring? I don't know, but what I do know is that I want to see AJ Styles versus Bron Breakker at WrestleMania. It was teased once again last night. Bron Breakker tried to spear him, speared Dominic Mysterio instead, and then Styles took him out. Now, a lot of people have been predicting that there's not going to be space for the Intercontinental Championship on the WrestleMania card, and I would probably usually agree with that, but the difference is Bron Breakker is currently the Intercontinental Champion, and it is clear as daylight that they are building up Bron Breakker to be the next face of the company, so therefore he needs to be on the WrestleMania card. And AJ Styles probably only has a couple of WrestleManias left too, so he needs to be on the WrestleMania card. So bang, problem solved. Bron Breakker, AJ Styles WrestleMania will be a fantastic match, no doubt about it, and a great showcase for Bron Breakker on the grandest stage of them all. In at number 4, the Gunther and Jey Uso feud has been great so far, but can it last another 10 weeks? Quickly to clarify, so far I have been loving the feud. Last night, Gunther doing the yeeting was absolutely hilarious. But basically, every week so far has been Gunther doubting Jey, everybody else doubting Jey, Jey getting angry and cutting a really fantastic passionate promo, and then the two brawling. And so far, that's worked, been fantastic. But they can't just do different variations of that for 10 more weeks. I mean, that was the issue kind of with them announcing this for Mania so early. People are forgetting that WrestleMania was actually a couple of weeks later this year as well. So they've got a really long build for it. Which on one hand is great as they got a lot of time to really build this feud. But on the other hand, they need to find different fresh ways to continue us being invested in it. They can't just brawl every week and then do these promos. It's working for now, but they need to make sure it continues to feel fresh as it advances. In at number 3, Roxanne Perez felt like a huge deal after her promo package. I often talk about how important promo packages are in wrestling, and I often say that AEW need to do more of them, and last night showed exactly why promo packages are so important. Now, if you're watching this video, you probably watch NXT on a fairly weekly basis, or at least their big shows. But a lot of fans, a lot of viewers of Monday Night Raw don't do that, right? So they won't really know anything about Roxanne Perez. And this promo package told viewers that she is a former 2-time NXT champion, NXT Tag Team champion, NXT Breakout Tournament winner, and an Iron Survivor winner as well. That is a great list of accolades that made her feel like a big deal. And then as soon as the promo package finished, it went on to a match against Raquel Rodriguez, and she won, and she looked great in doing so. The sky's the limit for Roxanne on the main roster, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes and how it advances as the months go by. But before we go any further, if you guys could leave a like and subscribe on this video, that would be very much appreciated. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos every single week, and in addition to that, we do a free live daily stream every single day, 7 days a week at 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern over in America, and 12 p.m. Pacific over in America as well. I hope to see you guys there, and thank you so much for your support. In at number 2, I miss 2016 Finn Balor. Balor is still enjoyable now, don't get me wrong, but he has gone from one of the most over babyfaces in the entire industry to just a good hand. And don't get me wrong, being a good hand is such a vital role in pro wrestling. It is such an important role within any company. But it's just frustrating as I know he's better than that. I just always think, almost every time I see him, what would have happened if he didn't get hurt at SummerSlam 2016? He would have been the inaugural, well, he was the inaugural, but he would have had the inaugural reign of being a Universal Champion. He would have been a main eventer out of the gates, because let's face it, that was his peak, and it was his first pay-per-view in WWE. And when Triple H came in, I really expected him to use him better, and he just kind of hasn't been. He's been used almost weekly on TV, and like I said, he's in such an important role, the good hand role, putting talent over and giving them great matches and great storylines. But I just wish they made it about him sometimes. I'm gonna be honest, as time goes by, I'm beginning to get less and less confident that this man is ever going to have another WWE or World Championship reign, and that breaks my heart. And in at number 1, okay, it won't be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. After last night's Raw, it's official, or unofficial, unsanctioned is the exact term. It will be Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber. And the fact that this is happening at Elimination Chamber makes it clear that Randy Orton is going to return after the match, and it's going to be Orton versus Owens on the grandest stage of them all. Now, over the past few weeks, I presumed that it was going to be Owens versus Zayn at WrestleMania. Of course, probably not going to happen now. So I'm guessing Sami Zayn is going to face Karrion Kross instead, based on these Karrion Kross promos backstage where he's kind of teasing it. And I'm okay with that. I'm up for that. But Cody Rhodes, what is he going to do? I still do not think it's going to be Cody versus Cena. Cena is touring with Raw during the European tour. Cody is drawing with SmackDown. Is it possible they could do something? I guess so, but would it be massively idiotic to have them on separate tours? Absolutely, so I don't think that's happening. But one man who was very notably absent from the advertisements for the European tour is CM Punk. So I am guessing we are going to have CM Punk moving over to SmackDown after winning the Elimination Chamber, and it is going to be Cody versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. But to summarize my thoughts on last night's Raw, let's firstly talk about the pros. The Sami Zayn and Adam Pearce promo package was fantastic. AJ Styles versus Dirty Dom with a good showing for AJ Styles after his injury. Dakota Kai beating Ivy Nile was a pleasant surprise, and one which I didn't actually expect to happen based on what they'd been building. Gunther yeeting was absolutely hilarious. And Penta and Pete Dunne delivered as expected, and Roxanne Perez looked like a big deal with her victory over Raquel Rodriguez. Io Sky's promo package was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. But also, the New Day heel work was great as well. Are we actually going to see Viking Raiders versus the LWO versus the New Day at WrestleMania? I think that could well be the direction. And of course, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor was an absolute banger of a bout in the main event. As for the cons, there were only two. One of them was Finn Balor hitting a pedigree like 30 seconds into his match with Seth Rollins. I don't like that at all. Call me old-fashioned and people will, but that's my opinion on it. And also, of course, the bots referee 3 count. But overall, there's not really anything to complain about this week's Raw. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't some episode of the year contender, but it was just really fun and enjoyable. So you know what? I'll give it a subtle round of applause. But those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think of the show? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will be responding to the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!